Up morning, Nerdigans. This is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans Inc. And today's Anime Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for the Blue Lock anime opening song titled Chaos ga Kiwamaru by Unison Square Garden. So before I get into this, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because, of course, this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored. If you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal links are in the description box below, as well as the link to the actual opening song that I'm going to be covering up in this video. So I have to cover this for a few reasons. One, I had a lot of fun doing the Main Abyss opening song because of all the Easter eggs, and I love Blue Lock. I've been covering the series for a very long time. It is the antithesis of sports shonen series like Captain Tsubasa and Haikyuu, so it's a win-win for me. And also, there's been like major discourse in the Blue Lock fandom over it. So it's like, okay, I have to cover it. And for me, I feel like this is going to make or break if I'm going to cover the anime or not. Because I swear to God, if they are bastardizing Nomura's art, I am going to be pissed. Also, if you have not watched my anime content before, I can't show anything on the screen because I am not sponsored and don't get enough donations, and I'm struggling to hell, and I do not need a copyright strike. No. But I do have the opening song and the manga side by side because when I covered the trailer for Bounding Into Comics, I figured out where it was in the manga. So I'll be able to tell you where it is. So anyways, without further ado, let's get to this. Okay, so something I do like, before we get into, parts I'm not liking in the first 5 seconds, is I do like the kick from the soccer, the soccer ball from the stadium. We're seeing the dark sky and all that, and the lights, and it's transitioning to Usagi and them. I do like that it's going from a major key to a minor key, and you guys know that's probably from when Ego is giving them that hypothetical. So I really, and that's at the beginning of the series. So I really do like that. Now let's get to the other things here. So when you're seeing the first shots of Usagi, BACHIRA, Kugisaki, Chigiri, Baro, and Nagi, those color palettes are based off their respective manga covers, which I freaking love that they did this. That was really creative. I do have some problems though. Oh, I do. And we're going to talk about the elephant in the room. And manga readers, you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. And I got to rant about it for a minute. The lack of collars and chains. I fucking hate that they're not here, because they are extremely significant. And you all know why they're not here. Because you have dumbass mofos that are softer than Charmin Extra Soft that would have complained. The reason why those collars and chains are really significant is because it represents how each character's ego is being chained down, and it's usually by each individual, except for Baro. And you see it on his respective volume cover. And I'll get to what I wish they would have done with this. And then I'll talk about each character design, what I like and don't like real quick. Because it's interesting what they did, because there's a couple of things I really, really don't like. What I wish they would have done with the collar and chain, because you see on the volume covers, and I'll put the link to it in the description box as well, you see like the chains are kind of like connecting to each other, which is really, really cool. And I feel like, if I remember correctly, let me just double check this. No, okay, I was wrong on that. Okay, I had a theory for a minute there, but I was wrong on that. But like, you could have had, like, for the transitions, you could have had the chains connected to each other, and then had each Chigiri's was for the most part correct on what I would want for Chigiri, but I wish the chain was still there. But you could have done some really cool stuff, like for Usagi, you could have had the puzzle pieces. For Bachira, you could have, oh god, Bachira, you could have done the monster. And for Isagi, I do like what they did with the small aura at first, because that represents that, and for the majority of the, or I should say the majority of the series so far, he had no idea what he wanted to do. And I do, and that's why I'm like, okay, I do like that his aura is small like this, but because it felt like a troll. But I do, but when the background gets darker, and which does match the the cover, I kind of don't mind that. But the aura getting bigger, I'm kind of torn on that, because Asagi has really pissed me off, and the fact that he has a bigger aura than Baro, than Nagi, than Bakira, than even Chigiri, that's like a huge what the fuck. He does not deserve that shit. The rest of them, especially Bakira, who has this monster that even Asagi could sense, he should be having a bigger aura than him. That's a fucked up shit, and I don't like it. And as I said with Bakira, you could have had like the half of the screen, or yeah, half of the frame like get dark with the transition, and have like the shadow of the monster showing up, or shit, have like the aura like turn, because that color for that aura was butt-ass ugly. It looked like piss. You could have had like the monster, like, the aura turned darker and like starting to surround him. With Chigiri, or I'm sorry, let me talk about Kunigami first, because Kunigami is next. With Kunigami, I actually don't have that much of a problem with. Kind of wish the background was a little bit darker, but because it looks really dull. But actually, at the same time, I don't mind it that much because of what happens with Kunigami later in the series, and that's kind of why I'm mad that they didn't do that shit for Bakira, because of what happens with with Bakira's monster. But Kunigami's aura, I don't mind it being small, because again, what happens with Kunigami. But I do like the sparkle up in there, because he wants to be a superhero. But the thing that pisses me off about Kunigami is how small those irises are. Holy shit, they are small. I hate it, and they are way too bright. They're supposed to be darker. And also, I think the pupils are they made his fucking irises the same size as the pupils. You can't tell that they're the same size. Now with Chigiri, I'm the most happy with. The background is maybe like a little bit brighter, not by much, a little bit brighter than his cover. The thing that the aura, though, the aura is perfect because it looks very feminine, which is very Chigiri, because he is a mermaid princess. He's a redheaded mermaid princess. But this hair, I hate this hair. That hair should be darker. The shine, I think, is fine, but that color, oh my god, I hate that color. That color is not right. And also the eyes. The eyes are not fierce enough. No, it's not bright enough. But I do like that he's running, because, all that. But again, that not having that collar and chain is a problem. And then there's Baro. Okay, now we gotta get to Baro here. Then there's Baro. This is the worst of them all. I fucking hate what they did to my boy. First of all, let's talk about the actual design here. His hair is completely wrong. Well, are they showing? Yeah, it's wrong. I think if it is on the, if it's on the left side, because that's where the X is. Is it on the? Okay, so maybe it's not completely wrong if they're not showing him on the right side. Showing him like what would be on the left side, because the X is on the right side. Right. Yeah, so maybe it's not that wrong. But the thing that sucks about what they did to my boy, why did you give my boy the smallest fucking aura when he's the first one out of all of them to go into flow? Why? Also, you made him look like a complete jackass, like he's roiding. He's not. He don't roid. My boy is so fucking bomb. He's like the king of the heels. He gives no fucks. You made him look like a roided out motherfucker. Nah, he's chill as hell. It's only when like people piss him off that he is just a villain. And he's a proud villain. I don't like what they did to Baro. Nah. He looks like he's roided out, and it makes me mad, especially when you look at his cover and he's like, "What, bitch?" And again, if you look at the cover, you see that the chains that are on his cover are melting off. You see what I mean? How cool would have been if they would have had the collar and chains, and like Barl would have been the last one. You see him like running with like this aura like starting to form like a line or something. That would have been so cool. And I hate how his hair looks. I hate how his hair looks. I hate how his face looks too. Oh my god, his face looks so bad. I hate those veins. I hate what they did to him. It looks like he's about to Hulk out, and I don't like it. Nah. Oh, he doesn't. You deserve better than this, Barl. I'm scared for you. And then there's Nagi. Nagi, like, for Nagi, what you could have done. Nagi, you could have, like, had, like, video games or something, because Nagi's volume cover, he looks like he is way too cool for school. Nagi, and yes, Nagi, I know, is very innocent. I know he is, and he is cute, but especially with what we've seen in episode Nagi, and in like the most recent chapters, holy shit, you could have done some cool stuff. But again, I have to point this out. You gave him like this. You gave the Prodigy the small, like one of the smallest auras, and gave Asagi a way bigger one. Look, I understand that Nagi was trying to learn from Asagi and shit. But bitch, he's the Prodigy! Why would you do that? That's the worst thing you could do! I fucking hate what they did to you, Nagi. Nagi, you deserve better than this. And also, your eyes... your eyes are the wrong color. Those eyes are the wrong color. You look awful. I think the hair is the hair dull too? Oh, and the hair is a dull shade of white. Oh my god, I hate what they did to you. I hate what they did to you, Nagi. Nagi's like is one of my favorite characters too. Oh my god, I really hate what they did to your hair. Your hair looks so bad. Oh my god, Nagi, you look like he's looking like kind of like like Kalua's older brother from another mother. You shouldn't be looking like that. Oh my god, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Nagi. You deserve better than this. You do. Even Nagi in episode Nagi looks better than this. And that's not even drawn by Nomura. Okihito, what the fuck did they do to you? Seriously, dude, they gave him a like really shitty oh god, because Mokihito's supposed to have like basically like a straight up mohawk or some shit like that. Yeah, it's supposed to be like completely shaved on the sides. I do not like how this looks. Well, Okihito, you deserve better than this. I think your goatee... Yeah, the goatee is fine, but the hair looks bad. I hate the hair. Maybe it's just the angle, but Okihito's hair looks flat as well. But I have to point this out because this is really funny. Is Igarashi at like the 6-second mark, he looks cross-eyed as fuck, and it's really funny. I can't help but think it's funny. The music though, it's okay. Like I pictured something different for this. It's okay. But the one thing I will say that I do like it, I like that this song is like experimenting, and I like that it's like really, it's changing keys constantly, which is really cool. That's the one thing I will say I like about this song. Okay, so Yudai looks okay. But I think my problem with Yudai is that I think the hair may be just a little, I don't know what it is with Yudai. It looks too feathered, maybe a little too long, but Raichi looks okay. I'm okay with Raichi, but man, I'm gonna say this with Raichi. Raichi can maybe get away with a little hair helmet. But I think with Raichi, I think it's the front that looks. That's what it is with Raichi. Raichi, the front looks a little too flat, and I feel like it needs to be just a little longer. Yeah, because Raichi, the hair is supposed to go a little bit longer. Hold on, let me make sure I'm right, because it's gonna bug me. It's down to his nose. Yeah, Raichi's hair, this is why I'm saying that there's a lot of hair helmet realness going on. It is flat. It could be worse, holy shit. But yeah, it's just a wee bit flat for my liking. But, oh, Gagamaru, we need to look at you, my dear. Ooh, Gagamaru, that hair, man. What is with this and fucking hair helmet realness? What the fuck? Okay, with Gagamaru, I think it's the angle, but God, I hope that is I think that is supposed to be the bun, but because, again, it's hair helmet realness, it just looks really funky. I think yeah, because there's not enough, I think it's the angle that's really reflecting it. Yeah. Oh, I see what's going on here. It's because you can't see the hairband. Again, it might be the angle, but you can't see the hairband. Yeah, that's the problem. Well, I just want to make sure the forehead is right. Oh, again, this could be the angle, but the hairline, that's what it is. It's the hairline. Oh my God, I really hope it's the angle that's really fucked up and not, oh God, it's the hairline. That's what it is. The hair is parted wrong. Oh my God, that's what, because I knew something was up and it wasn't just, the bun. Not seeing, the actual hairband, but ooh, that hair, oh, how that hair is parted and that hairline, ooh, that really fucked it up. I think it might be the angle for Asahi, but I think the hair just needs a little bit more height and then it's okay. And again, it might be the same for Gagamaru as well. Now I'm looking at it. Yeah, no, Gagamaru, again, I'm looking at it. Yeah, the part is wrong. And, oh God, it looks bad. Yeah, there's some hair helmet. There's some height issue, like texture. Height is one of the things, but texture is the problem. Oh my God. Oh, and the length of the bangs is wrong too. Oh God, Gagamaru, you definitely got hair helmet realness, especially in the front. Holy shit. Woo, and then there's Wataru. Ooh, and then there's Wataru. Wataru, my sweet Wataru, they did not put enough hair on your head. Nope. He does not have enough hair on his head. Nope. And the way yeah, that's what it is. It is very hair helmet realness. And I think his forehead, his hairline got all messed up too, or how it's similar to Gagamaru, how it is styled, it is wrong. But God, that hair length is bad. Ooh. I think it is. Oh my God, I have to double check this. Yeah, it's mainly there's not enough hair. Yeah, there's not enough hair. Yeah, and because there's not enough hair on his head, it really reads as hair helmet. Yeah, they really screwed you over. They screwed you over, Wataru. I am sorry. Chigiri, I don't understand what they did to you with your hair. Chigiri's hair is his pride and joy. First, they made the hair, too bright, and now they made the hair is now, yeah, now the hair looks really dull. What the hell? How did you make Chigiri's hair look this dull? Did, the dye wear out or something? Did they just put, some shitty hair dye, some box dye in Chigiri's head, and, the dye just, faded? What the fuck did you guys do to my man's hair? It looks terrible. Or nah, I don't think it's just terrible lighting. Nah, my man's hair looks really faded. I hate it. Dye my man's hair. It needs to be darker. Oh my God, it looks so bad. Why? I have the wiki in front of me. I'm going to point out what colors his hair color is, and his eye color. His hair color is supposed to be a reddish pink. His eye color, my boy Chigiri, his eye color is supposed to be a reddish pink. I am not getting that in his eyes. Chigiri's eyes look way more purple than pink. And that hair just is not giving me a reddish pink either. It's not. Please let me know what you guys think. I'm not liking this hair. Kunigami's eyes are supposed to be like an auburn. That's okay. I'll give it. The hair. They're just gonna do hair helmet realness for everybody, I guess. I love that BACHIRA is like slightly like leaning forward. I actually kind of like that because that's what he does. But okay, now this is what frustrates me here. So I'm looking at, BACHIRA's face here, and there's the shadow. Like half of his face is shadowed. And I'm just like, my dudes, you could have done, you has that like cute smirk on his face. You could have given like half his face could have been like the monster to like foreshadow the monster. And you didn't do it. Why? You could have done something cool. Or like as, it's coming towards BACHIRA, the camera's coming towards BACHIRA, you could have had like the monster shadow there and then, or something. This is, yeah, I kind of wish like when they like did the close-up on BACHIRA's face, they would have like given, where they just had that like barely any of that shadow. They would have done the monster face. That's not fair. This is some fuckery, okay? This is fuckery. So you're not gonna give my boy, you're not gonna give BACHIRA his monster, but you're gonna give Asagi like the blue eyes? What? You're gonna give him like the flow eyes? That's some fuckery. Nah, I will not stand for this favoritism. This is some bullshit. Nah. Oh my god. The transition, though, into Blue Lock, though, the music, how it transitioned into Blue Lock was so good. I love that. I do like, I will say this, though. This track is boss. I like it. But I also like what we're getting here. After, the actual Blue Lock, and it's Asagi, walking back from, his loss at the beginning of the manga. I love this background. I love the smoke, or whatever. I love this. And like, you got the white on top with the color palette, with the smoke going on, because, like the white, being like representing the dream, and the black representing the reality, and the blue eyes. This is good. Like, stuff like this is cool. Ooh, the close-up of the soccer ball was good. But goddamn, this music is great. Finally, at the 20-second mark, I'm starting to get what I want with my baby BACHIRA. It looks like I'm getting it. I better be wrong. Because, like, the angle of the camera it looks like we're going to get the monster, like, right beside him. That black on the ground is beautiful. This better be I swear I better be getting my monster shot. Are you fucking serious? This is another one. This was the perfect opportunity to have, the shot was perfect. You had the black on the border. You could have had the monster right there. You could have had like the monster like manifest itself like after, like the soccer ball started, flickering, like the start of it like manifesting. And then when we get the close up of BACHIRA's face, you could have had like the monster like again. Or actually, you know what? This would have been perfect. So, like, remember what I was saying? Like, have, like, half of BACHIRA's face had the monster that earlier? Here, at the 24-second mark, as he's doing a smile, have the monster take over him, because that's his biggest fear. At this point in the manga, where they're showing, because this would be showing his backstory, have the monster take control of his face. Like, have the shadow of the monster have control of his face. Take over his face. Why? Why would you not do that? This was a fucking missed opportunity. We're not going to get any metaphorical art in this, are we? Nah, we're not going to get the metaphorical art that Nomura does. See, I have better ideas than these fuckers, I guess. I even with the smile, I knew it when I saw it in the trailer. I'm seeing it here. My boy has hair helmet, realness. The smile is not sinister. It looks more cute than sinister. The fuck? Again, you could have done the monster face, but nah. Ooh, Okay, this I like. I like seeing all the prospects, like the ones that are getting that I'm guessing are getting kicked out, like their bodies like falling. That is cool. Oh my god, this music for when the bodies of the failed prospects for Blue Lock as they're falling. Oh my god, it is so cool. Like the soundtrack's the only obviously like stuff like this. This is why I'm mad at this opening, because there's some creativity here, especially with this soundtrack and like the minor key that we're seeing here. I mean, again, as I said with that monster transition, that would have been the fucking perfect transition into this. Missed opportunity. This transition into Ego is everything, because you have all the unpolished gems, and even they could be. I don't know if you would count them as failed prospects or just the unpolished gems. Then you have Ego show up. I do not mind him being like all white like this, because that background is fucking fire. Ooh, but that face though, or the hair. I wish the hair was blowing up, because it would look way cooler. I wish the face was creepier. The face is not creepy enough for me. That puzzle piece transition, everything. Everything. Oh my god, that was cool. But man, that Ego, I wish the face would have been blacked out and the hair would have been going up. But that puzzle piece transition was perfection. Why, again, I ask why I can't get a monster transition for BACHIRA. But these motherfuckers, I guess, like Asagi Stew. Well, I'm sorry, he's not Asagi Stew no more because of my boy Nagi. Ooh, so then, like, we see the single puzzle piece, and then it transitions to him. This is when he's barefoot and playing tag. I like this. I really like this soundtrack. So then, we see Asagi walking home, and this is when he's depressed. This music fits it so perfectly. This art fits it so perfectly. Woo! This is Asagi looking at his dream self. Oh my god, I might be wrong. This might be like no, this has to be when Ego. I'm gonna change my statement here. This has to be when Ego asks all of them, all the prospects, like what their the hypothetical question of what would happen if they were in that final play of the FIFA Cup, and this is more specifically like heading towards the 44-second mark, and Asagi is seeing his ideal self. I like that it is all white like this. I do, with the black eyes. I don't mind it that much, and it kind of, do I want to say it kind of makes me think of what I saw with when Lucky, when he was looking at his talented self, or like his pure talent that he'd been like suppressing. I don't know. Oh my god, this is so good. See, now we're getting to the good stuff here. The good stuff is coming in the second half of the trailer, where Asagi, and I was right that this is when Asagi is thinking about the hypothetical question, which is in chapter 1, I believe. Yeah, it's like, or is it in chapter 2? Yes, it's in it's near the end of chapter 1. This is like as it's this is the hypothetical, and he was thinking about, nobody ever told me any of this, like after making the offer. Yeah, when all the the players were coming down. This is as Ego is telling them about Blue Lock, and then Ego is making the offer to come to Blue Lock, and he's saying where is this shit? And this is now to rejoice as it's Asagi is reaching out to them. Oh, this part here, when he's reaching out, and this is after he's running in, he's a first-class striker. I see what this is. This is at the... Yeah, so it's the bodies that we saw were the 300 participants. That's what it was. Some of them probably are rejected at this point. I like that we're seeing, Isagi like with with holding the World Cup. I like that we're seeing the red and orange backgrounds, everything. Because and then we see Noah and readers that are caught up with it know what's going on down there. Yeah. And then and also this music, I love that it's going back to more of in the major key now, and it's really upbeat. And then we see him reach out, and then there he is, Asagi with of course, Ego. Ooh, there it is. There it is at the 54-second mark. He's running, and then we get the puzzle pieces. Ooh, I gotta take a better look at this. Ooh, I like this. I like how the puzzle pieces are exploded. I like this. This is kind of cool. I kind of like, part of me understands why they went with this, because it is supposed to be that dream sequence kind of thing, because when the puzzle piece stuff happens, it's when he's trying to think about the plan, or think about, or not plans, excuse me, strategy. But I kind of wish like either the puzzle pieces I wish the back, actually, you know what, I was thinking the puzzle pieces for a minute. Now I changed my mind. I wish the background was a little bit darker. I think that would have like really helped it, or like emphasis, or like did something cooler with the puzzle pieces, something, because otherwise it's kind of not working.